There are two kinds of people in the world, my friend. Those with a rope around their neck and the people who have the job of doing the cutting. Listen, the neck at the end of the rope is mine. I run the risks.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Two can dig a lot quicker than one.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Chapman Automotive Group. Let's get to it. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Ali, get us started.
Man, my girlfriend's back living with me. Every year, and if you're a fan of a college team or a pro team, there can only be one champion. So 6 times the relationship has ended the year on a good note. But every year, it's not going to happen. And, football season starts, she moves back in with you. Then it goes and goes, and you just know that more likely than not, you're headed for a disastrous breakup where it just crushes you. And then the year turns, and we've got free agency, we've got the draft, we've got spring ball. She's kind of calling you on the phone. Training camp starts, maybe a weekend trip, we meet together again. And then the games kick off, and she moved back in. And I take her back every time. I love her so much. So with Tony, it's football season, baby. Baby, I missed you. I missed you so much, and I love you. And I don't care how many times you break my heart. I'm always gonna come back.
Your relationship with football is like the song "Self-Esteem" by The Offspring.
Sure. Sure.
All right, well, my good is...
Look up that song if you haven't heard it. Everything will make sense.
My good is Lee Corso. Tony kind of already alluded to it, but Lee Corso, the former college football coach who was famously known for his role as a panelist on College Game Day. What a career it was, man. I mean, College Game Day got started in the mid to late 90s, and Lee Corso made his very first headgear pick at Ohio State, put on the Brutus Buckeye helmet, and it only makes sense that to cap his career as the guy on College Game Day, it only made sense for him to put on the Brutus Buckeye helmet, and his pick was right. Ohio State ended up winning that game, beating Texas in Arch Manning. I know some people were giving Arch Manning a ton of guff. Just be patient. I mean, his first real start against a legit team, and it's the defending national champions on the road. Just give him some time. I feel like we're going to see some good stuff from Arch Manning this year. But Lee Corso made 430 picks as the guy on College Game Day. Arizona was involved in 2 of those picks. The first one was in 2009 when Oregon came to Tucson. And, Jeremiah Masoli versus Nick Foles. I mean, there were NFL players all over the field. It was a double overtime thriller. It was a great game. Lee Corso picked Oregon to win that game. The Ducks ended up winning. And then they came back in 2015. Rich Rodriguez is the coach. Scooby Wright's coming back from injury. Arizona's playing against Josh Rosen and UCLA.
Great game.
Highly anticipated matchup. I think that's when Arizona debuted the chrome red helmets as well. There were a lot of positive vibes in that game. And then Anu Solomon suffered an injury.
I thought we won that game.
No.
We beat Josh Rosen in one game.
Yeah, they did.
Was it the year after that?
I think it was 2 years after that.
2 years after that?
It was Rich Rod's last year.
Okay, bad game.
When Khalil Tate came on the scene.
Game. Okay.
So, no, they got killed on College Game Day.
They did?
On national TV. It was over by halftime, essentially. But I'll never forget Lee Corso with Bob Baffert right next to him, the famous horse trainer, maybe infamous, some would say. And Bob Baffert was wearing the number 15 Arizona jersey, and Lee Corso said, "Now, I like horses, but I love cats." And he takes the helmet and puts it on. I'll just never forget just how excited and energetic the Arizona crowd was. The chants of U of A after that. Lee Corso, you're an absolute legend. Thank you for giving me so many great years on Saturday mornings in the fall. College Game Day became a tradition for me where I would wake up, and as soon as 6 o'clock hit, ESPN was on. You're watching College Game Day. You're watching the guys break down the contest of the day, and then Lee Corso ends it by putting on the helmet. Just good stuff there. I'm gonna miss him dearly. But I'm glad that he's going to enjoy the back nine of his life and not have to worry about showing up and sitting next to Kirk Herbstreit every Saturday.
Oh, what's wrong with Kirk Herbstreit?
No, I like Kirk Herbstreit.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like,
Now we got Pat McAfee, too.
yeah.
All I know is he went out as a legend, man. 6 for 6 on picks. I'm kicking myself for not actually tailing him. It's dumb.
And, of course, the entire panel picked Alabama except for Lee Corso. He picked Florida State. Couldn't go against the Seminoles.
Well, to kind of follow up on your be patient with Arch Manning, that's my bad, man. I'm really interested in the quarterback class this year. And Nussmeier played okay for LSU, but I was really underwhelmed by the quarterbacks that I'm really following this year because I think the Steelers are going to trade up for one of these guys next year's draft in Pittsburgh. Like I said, Nussmeier was okay. Klubnik did not play great. Arch Manning, the thing that really was shocking to me, his mechanics are so bad. His feet are so bad. And his footwork just, I'm like, that was very surprising to me. I know Ohio State's defense is nasty. Texas's defense is nasty too. And yeah, 2/4, that we have a different perception if they get, 2 goal line stands if they score a touchdown on one of those. But, I know Drew Aller with Penn State didn't really play anybody. Lenora Sellers from South Carolina, he's got good legs, but I was a little underwhelmed in the game against Virginia Tech on Sunday. Lenora Sellers, by the way, the first South Carolina quarterback since Ronnie Sunshine Bass.
Wait.
Yes, that's Sunshine.
Sunshine!
He is the first South Carolina quarterback since Ronnie Sunshine Bass to win a game in Atlanta. 48-year losing streak broken. Again, the age difference between Bill Belichick and his girlfriend, the number 48, once again strikes.
Sunshine!
TCU scored 14 points. So that's my bad, man. I was expecting a little bit more from this quarterback class in game one. We'll see what happens throughout the season. But other than, actually I think the guy that played the best maybe is the guy everybody gave a lot of guff to in the offseason, and for good reason. It's Carson Beck, who transferred to Miami. I thought Carson Beck was probably, of the guys that you were thinking about could go in the first round, maybe the best of the quarterbacks this Saturday.
I agree.
Or this weekend.
Made some nice throws, man. All right, the bad. My bad. So I added another category.
Oh my God.
It's the good, the bad, the ugly, and the funny. Let's start off with the funny. AI and nipple piercings. So there was an image of Ohio State head coach Ryan Day doing a post-game interview, and it looked like, the way his shirt was pushed up against his chest, that he had a nipple piercing. And that was like the talk
Let
on
the man live his life.
That was the talk on Twitter. And that's what I said. I'm like, man,
He's just excited about the win, man.
if Ryan Day
It's just
if,
golden there.
if Ryan Day has a nipple piercing, I don't hate it. I think that's the most psychotic thing ever. But if he's got a nipple piercing and that guy's one of the top coaches in college football, man, what a time that we're living in. But come to find out, it was photoshopped, AI generated. The nipple piercing is not real, but it did bring in another iconic Mike Gundy press conference moment. Now, we all think about Mike Gundy's top moment as, I'm a man, I'm 40. But he showed up to the press conference yesterday, lifted up his shirt, showed his nipple, was like, I don't got a nipple piercing here, guys. Like, he wanted to make sure, like, I don't have any nipple piercing, so don't let that narrative get out. And
He only showed one, though?
and he did only show one. That's a good point. I didn't
Maybe
even
on
think
the other
about
one.
that. So that's the funny. The bad, which could also be funny too, Nike came out with these cool NFL shirts, and they made one for Buffalo, the Buffalo Bills, and the shirt just says B-Low. So apparently they go by B-Low. And I've learned that nobody in Buffalo refers to Buffalo as B-Low. It's just kind of like here in Tucson, Arizona, the first time I ever heard the term dirty tea or tea-loke was at the University of Arizona. It was always people who came in from California or whoever, they referred to Tucson as the dirty tea, people from Tucson as tea-lokes, and it's like, no, it's Tucson. If you're from here, you're a Tucsonan. But Nike came out with these shirts that said "Be Low," and the letters are covered in snow. So when you see the words "blow" covered in snow on a shirt, you can imagine that people were having a field day with that. Lawrence Taylor actually ordered 200 of those shirts. So That's my bad. Is Nike the Below shirts?
Lawrence Taylor's going to find you and beat you the hell out of you. You know that, right? You make all the jokes you make about him. It's a guy I do not want to trifle with. I don't care if he's 87. Oh, no, he's going to beat you up.
He's going to beat you up, and he won't even feel it or remember it.
By the way, speaking of Nike, and those Buffalo jerseys, by the way, look like something from Batman and Robin and Mr. Freeze. I don't hate them, but that's what they look like. So it's got to be a snow game, hopefully, with those uniforms.
Chill out.
But Mike Gundy and Kirby Smart were giving Dan Lanning in Oregon a hard time about how much money they get to spend on their football team. And Dan Lanning was very gracious. He's like, Mike Gundy's a great coach. I don't know what they spend there. It's very good to have resources to win. And by the way, Kirby Smart, man, I give you a lot of credit for getting all those #1 recruiting classes without paying any players, man. How'd you do that? A little tongue-in-cheek, because he's like, come on, Georgia. Don't tell me you don't have enough money. My ugly is Micah Parsons for 2 first-round picks and a 30-year-old defensive tackle.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones, man, I love it. I just love that you keep the Cowboys where they are, but I just don't get it. You literally chose the worst time to trade that guy. He's 26. Green Bay, more than willing to pay that money. And now you're hearing there's other teams that are like, man, if I could have got in on this, we would have given them way more than 2 first-round picks and a 30-year-old defensive tackle who's good, Kenny Clark. But Jerry Jones, owner and general manager, making spike trades now. And of all teams, Green Bay. Green Bay has broken the Dallas Cowboys' hearts more than maybe any other team but the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Dez caught it.
Ice Bowl. Started back then, dude.
Yeah.
Dez. The playoffs 2 years ago where Dallas was favored. They thought that was the team again, which they have for the last 30 years. And Green Bay just rolled them. Jordan Love just crushed them. So Jerry Jones, I mean, now you're making spike trades. And then just to prove your point, you completely overpaid your defensive back Bland, like $90 million deal.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'll show you. See, I pay these guys. I'm going to overpay this guy because just to make you feel bad. Well, Micah Parsons feeling okay with $48 million a year. So,
And playing for a legit contender.
Green Bay now you have to think of as a contender. I know a lot of people are on the Green Bay train. I still have some issues with their receiving core. I don't know. But, yeah, the gift that keeps on giving, Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones.
I just feel bad for Dallas sports fans because in the last year, you've had Luka Doncic traded for the Lakers, and kind of in similar fashion, after the deal got done, they were like, wait, hold on. We could have got this for Luka Doncic? But the Mavericks and the Lakers were working on a backdoor deal. But the situations aren't like each other because Micah Parsons demanded that he was unhappy in Dallas and was potentially open to getting out of Dallas. Luka wanted to be a lifer. And then the Mavericks just traded into the Lakers.
I mean, they didn't negotiate with anybody else.
No.
At least I think Jerry talked to maybe 3 teams. But
yeah.
I don't know.
I just feel bad for Dallas sports fan. Luka Doncic, Micah Parsons, these guys are in their mid-20s. We all thought they were going to be Dallas sports lifers, and they were just traded away.
I don't feel bad for them at all. I mean, that's the team you root for. You know who your owner, general manager is. That's on you.
All right, I'll make this real quick. My ugly, Bill Belichick. Come on, man. Yeah, Michael Jordan. Yeah, Lawrence Taylor in attendance. Randy Moss was there. And you guys were so bad that fans left in the third quarter. They were so disgusted. 48-point ass whooping. That's the most points given up by a Bill Belichick team, both in the NFL and obviously in college. Just a very ugly night for Bill Belichick. And Sonny Dykes, he felt the disrespect. He was like, there was so much talk about everybody but the TCU Horned Frogs. Way to represent the Big 12 TCU. But, man, ugly start. For
Numerology game. TCU's like, oh, you're 48 years older than your girlfriend? We're going to put 48 on you, just to remind you.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.